Picture in your mind a place where nothing is prepared. A place where people actually make up everything off the top of their heads. We will take you to one of those places tonight. For those of you that are skeptical, I submit for your approval a group of performers, an audience with suggestions, and no script. Improvisation. Scary, huh? For you see, you are about to enter the chicken zone.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rubber Chicken. Your performers for the evening, Barazza, Echeandia, Clacey Everett, Millegan, and your MC for the evening, a personal friend of Sister Soldier, Shawn Patrello.
Okay, before we get going, let's take some time to do a big hand for our sound man, Gardner. All right, like John mentioned, we are representing the improvisational comedy group. That means we're going to be doing 100% true improvisational comedy. That also means we make it all up as we go along, every single bit of it. What do we say?
Yeah, so you're working for the power.
Okay, all right, but we do depend on you. Now, we're going to need you for your suggestions. We might ask at the beginning for something. We might ask in the middle of the scene for something. But what I want you to do is, I want you to yell out the first thing that comes into your mind, no matter how strange or how plain it seems to you. The only thing I'm going to ask is that you keep it clean. If you throw something dirty, we're just going to probably ignore it or throw it right back at you, okay? All right, so we're going to just get going. We're going to start with a game we call customer service. Now, I'm going to need somebody to leave the room for this, and that will be Clacey. On the count of three, let's say goodbye. Clacey, 1, 2, 3, goodbye! Hopefully, Clacey's out of earshot. Is out of earshot? Okay. Bob's going to be customer service representative for any store. It doesn't really matter. It's going to be up to Bob. Clacey will be returning an item. We don't know what that item is. She doesn't know what it is. I am going to let you tell me what it is. It's their job to give little clues as they cross by the stage or come into the scene and try and get Clacey to guess exactly what that item is. So, what gift should be returned?
Listen to Jenny Gebhardt.
Okay. You have an hallucinogenic doorstop. On the count of three, let's go back in the room. 1, 2, 3, play!
Excuse me. I'd like to return this plate to
Okay. Why? What'd you do with it?
Well, I gave it to my dog to play with, and, you know, just kind of... And I really shouldn't have done that.
No, you should give it to your dog.
I'm fire.
Having sex tonight on. Don't forget to punch in. Fire!
What I mean to say is I gave it to Jim Morrison's dog to play with.
No, you shouldn't have done. See, I'm afraid I don't know if we can take this back. I'll have to probably ask the manager or something.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you with customers and everything like that. We're having a lot of problems. We got a lot of store customers are actually coming through the warehouse. We can't have that. Warehouse is closed. So if anybody's coming to this door, if they get to this door, tell them to stop. Stop.
Yes, I do.
And you see the sign? Anyway, so I don't know what I can do for you.
Check it for another size?
Maybe. Well,
Excuse me, I'm looking for Clacey Everett.
That's me.
Hi, I'm from North Dallas Novelty Grounds. I have I kicked you out of the house because our life was a bore. Stop. Then I threw you out, and then I slammed the door. Stop. Do you wish to respond? Okay, thank you very much.
oh, you can't go through that door.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
I punched in, dude.
Okay, so,
So, it's
I see what
Jim
you're
Morrison's stop sign.
We have those here, unfortunately, with your returning points, it's not going to fit back in the box. And,
Yeah, you're
yeah,
right.
I just can't see.
Hi.
Listen, do you mind? I'm real busy. I'm with Malibu Pool Service, and I got to do a lot of pool cleaning today. We called up here at your industrial section, actually, to get a lot of things ready for me. I asked them to get some chlorine ready for me. I need some chlorine, got to clean them pools, you know. I mean, you can't clean a pool just everyday type of substance. You have to use a kind of a caustic substance on the pool itself. I need some chlorine. You got any chlorine here?
We have chlorine.
Now, my wife wants me to buy a bottle of vinegar, too.
We got vinegar.
Where can I find this stuff? That's what I need to know.
Well, just in the hardware.
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 Hardware. Hardware. Okay. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for all your help.
So, you know, and I'm sorry it's the wrong size for one thing. You know, we might be able to do something for just the size, but with all the teeth marks on it, and like that. So, I don't know what I can do for you. See, I just can't see what they can do for you. Can you see from my? Can you see what I'm talking about?
No.
You can't see what I'm talking about? You see, that's my point.
How about a different color?
Different color, which well, see, the thing is, I'm gonna have to clear with.
Hello?
Yes.
You are scheduled to go on lunch in 15 minutes.
I'll make it.
You are sure you will go on lunch?
I will go on lunch if you could. I promise it.
We have a schedule to keep with the lunches.
I promise.
Herr Wilson, Herr Barazza, then Herr Wilson. 8. He ate his lunch. Come on, go.
Hallucinating Jim Morrison.
Yeah? Okay, all right. Can you tell what it is?
Hallucinating doorstop.
Hallucinating doorstop.
I knew that.
See that? All right. Before we get going with our next game, what I want to do is I want to call your attention to the mailing list inside your program. Hopefully, if you have one. If you don't, you can kind of signal over this way, and we'll have somebody over here bring you one. I also have some pens over there. If you'll fill that out, it'll be good. If you'd like to have it on our mailing list. If you don't want to be on there, that's okay. But if you'll take the time to fill that out, we're going to do a drawing tonight. We're going to have a special prize, and I'll tell you what that prize is later. All right, let's go into our game. We're going to play the Professor. Now, the Professor is actually 4 people, actually is 1 person. The Professor can answer your questions on anything, personal, political, financial, anything in the world. He's going to do it, however, 1 word at a time. So, ladies and gentlemen, a hand for the Professor. Now, Shawn told you the Professor is the smartest
smartest individual in the world or the smartest series of individuals in the world. And they can answer any question you might have, whether it be political, economic, what have you. You can ask the professor. So if you have any questions, just talk about it.
Why did Ross Perot quit the presidential race?
Why did Ross Perot quit the presidential race, Professor?
Ross Perot.
Quit.
The presidential race.
Because.
He is really
Bad.
Character analysis. Any other questions? Any other questions?
Where are all the missing socks in the world?
Where are all the missing socks in the world, Mr. Professor?
missing
Socks.
R.
located in the
Very.
bottom of the
Ocean.
The way she thinks of look. I mean, any other questions?
Why is the sky blue?
Why is the sky blue, Professor? Atmospheric pressures.
Cause.
Condensation of
Overpopulated.
Elvises. Therefore, blue
Skies.
cause
Banana.
to
Create.
spontaneous splits and
Very.
instantly erupt, leaving blue traces.
Bananas opening up because of Elvis's song.
Yeah.
Any other questions, please?
Why don't chickens have teeth?
Why don't chickens have teeth? Chickens don't have teeth because they
Can't.
eat the meat.
They're herbivores, and, you know, they don't eat meat. Any other questions, please?
Why do you slobber in your sleep?
That's her why you slobber.
She slobbers.
And.
Is a rare
Cause.
of slobbering. Fortunately,
She.
is without towels.
Yeah! Any other questions?
Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Poultry often
Comes.
and in equally
Amount.
of eggs. So,
Therefore.
the chicken often
Create.
underline essential
Elements.
of chickens. Eggs
Can't.
come from chickens.
Because.
They're chickens.
Right, now we're going to play a game called Reruns. What's going to happen is, you're going to see a scene, a pretty neutral scene. It will last anywhere from a minute to a minute and a half. Okay? After the scene is played, they will then come back out and play the scene again, 3 different rounds in 3 contrasting styles. So, to start this neutral scene, what would you like?
An occupation, please.
An occupation.
Bungee cord jumper.
Thank you.
The professional bungee cord jumper.
How you doing?
Good.
You want to try it? It's safe, believe me, trust me. Come on now.
I never have heard, you know.
Yeah, that's all myths, rumors, lies. This is perfectly safe, and I'm willing to let you try it for $65.
$5, all right. You take MasterCard?
I'll take anything you got, buddy.
Great. I got, Mastercard and Visa and everything. Yeah, easily.
Okay, don't worry about the concrete, because I tested this one out myself this morning.
Oh, yeah?
I jumped 15 times. It works perfectly.
Right. Well, what do I do?
Well, what we need to do is, first thing we need to do, come on over here. You need to get on. You lay down.
Lay down.
Thank you. No, son. The other way. We're going to attach your ankle to the bungee.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Now just take the cord, wrap it around the finger. Like that, and back.
I want my money back.
Now you're going to do it in three contrasting styles. First of all, let me have a movie style.
Documentary.
The documentary. Documentary. All right. Let me have an unusual and extreme emotion.
PMS.
PMS. PMS. Let me have, please, a musical style.
Heavy metal.
Heavy metal. First thing that hit my ear. Heavy metals. All right. What are we going to have first? What do you guys going to play first?
PMS.
Hey, first thing you're going to see is PMS.
What are you doing now?
How are you?
Fine.
Can I interest you in a jump?
What?
A jump. A bungee jump. Where have you been the last 15 years?
I have been right here. Jumping with a rubber band on your back. That's the stupidest thing I can think of.
Oh, yeah.
Well, would you like to do it? It's only $65.
Sure. Sounds good.
Okay, come on this way. What you gotta do is you gotta lay down. Just take a load. Just lay down! Lay down! No, the other way. Come
I feel bad. I'm on my money back.
That was definitely PMS. We have documentary and heavy metal. Documentary.
Why do I interest you in a perfectly fluid and perfectly marvelous jump?
Oh, yes, I really was interested in that marvelous jumping.
The bungee technique was formed in Australia, you know.
Yes, it was.
By It's perfectly safe. I know. I tried it out myself.
Oh, great. Listen, do you take MasterCard by any chance?
Of course. We don't take American Express. Just lie on the floor and we will begin our examination.
Okay.
It's not that type of film.
Now what do I do here?
Now you put your left, there you go. You read my mind. We'll do this out here.
Just a second.
Yes.
Isn't it safer if you attach both feet at the same time?
By God, he's right. Bring the other one on up. Excuse me, I've got a note from my mom that says you're supposed to give me my money back.
Okay! That's amazing. Now what you'd like me to see is heavy metal. Give me a literary style, please.
A literary style. Tabloid.
Tabloid. A completely fictional superhero.
superhero?
A superhero that doesn't exist. A made-up one. You make it up.
Condom Man.
Condom Man. All right. Good choice. An emotion. An emotion. What was it? I'll get somebody a free chicken sandwich for fear. 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 Just plain fear. I ain't for
Something that begins with the letter P. I do.
No, well, that's a good suggestion, but we saw a lot of it. I don't know, you're going to have too much PMS, can't you? All right, so let's take some of that. Paranoia. All right, now, you're welcome to go out there if you want to put any kind of costume that conveys fear. You're welcome. All right, real quick, well, let's do this first. Let me have a title. Give me a title, and you make up a title for the story.
Giraffes in Montana.
What was it again?
Giraffes in Montana.
Giraffes in Montana. The story is giraffes in Montana. We're going to recap these emotions for you. So, one at a time, as soon as you get, come on out, recap your emotions. Okay, story engineer. Souvenir. Condom Man.
I'm paranoid.
Crazy thing. What was it again? Giraffe where?
Giraffes in Montana.
Giraffes in Montana. Chapter 1. Remember, pick up what that person left off, no matter where it is.
I had always wanted to go to Montana. I had never been there. I had understood that it was a very, very drafty place.
The Roseanne Barr was last seen there with a giant giraffe. It would be important for us to get up there and get the scoop.
What Roseanne was doing there, but I don't like Roseanne because she scared me because she's got like tattoos all over her body and everything, and so...
She's got also big scoops. Big scoops. Whatever comes down to it, these big animals.
But she is ribbed for her inner satisfaction. Especially reserved for a tip.
She said she was going to sing at my wedding.
Which was something that is an old Romanian custom, eh?
Oh, the UFO aliens that come to Montana and see Roseanne Barr
Are all my friends. My personal friends. You know
What I'm talking about, don't you? Because you see,
It's really not that simple, because Roseanne Barr's friends are really kind of crazy.
And they could kill you.
but they're not going to kill this one.
What? I don't eat that thing to be food.
suddenly there was a gushing. There was a running. But I was there because I am condom person. A person who is ready for your satisfaction. I am ready to take over whenever.
I see my wrench all stuck up in the side there. I'm taking my hand on it.
And going down to the room.
View that triangle. And I don't know what I'm doing in the drawing.
Triangle, but I...
Having sex in the Bermuda Triangle is very risky.
It was time for a change. I decided to get the heck out of Montana.
When suddenly he came up to me.
And said, go away.
I was
Very scared, but I had...
Bigfoot's love slave with me. I thought it was important to employ the love slave in finding the secret Roseanne Barr was hiding there in
Jerland.
So he's doing it in church.
Two, but he couldn't. And then he...
Slipped something on. Very proud of himself.
He had won the greatest honor that the country has to give. It
Was the greatest honor and the most
a fantastic prize ever
conceived of.
man or woman alike. We are not racist or generous like these American pig dogs. We look at an individual basis, not on their particular physical appearance, but on the particular contributions that they make to the sewer systems. The cleaner the
The sewer is less likely you are to get
basis in the New York Bronx Zoo was having an golf course. It was terrible.
And it was disgusting.
It was just terrible.
Tabloid is gone, and here we go again, chapter 2 of Jurassic Montana.
Personally, I don't see the Bronx
Zoo very exciting.
Because they don't have little facilities in the restrooms. I grew very upset.
Very upset. And I started...
going back to Paul Blood.
But I ran all the way out of the park.
Okay. All the way to Montana. And so when I got back there, I said, hey, I just left this place. What am I doing back here in Montana? I said, I don't
like the Montana.
Because I can't
find my way back.
To...
Here we go again, chapter 3, Jurassic Montana.
Jurassic Montana, very scary.
Okay, you're scared, but you're loud. Go!
said the giraffe when he saw me.
He couldn't believe that a man like that was hiding in front of him. And the whole time, there I was trying to get away. I ran all the way down
To the sewer, but I couldn't.
because the embassy doors are closed in the evening after 5 o'clock, and there's nothing I can do but get in another way. I decided
To stretch myself a little bit.
So I decided to...
That's Peter. Very good. Good job, Peter. Then. Here we go. Chapter 1.
I'm looking at this giraffe, and he's sticking his tongue way out like this, way out. I can use you. Come on down to the slide number 5.
For 5, and he said I can use
You in a new
embassy, but I don't think that I will
try you at all, because you're going
to have
the next MTV Video Award. Yeah, Superman.
thought I was going to be.
All inaugurated in about 15 minutes, which was not very
Long, but that's okay. I can cover any size.
You can cover any size with any kind of thing you want. Everything needs to be covered, actually, is what it needs to be, because if you don't, it's a stinky,
And that really causes a problem when you put me back in the package. I crossed them out. Good. Suddenly, there was a dawn on the horizon. I looked up, and there was this big director type, Roman Polanski. I could not believe Roman Polanski's coming down here to Montana with his 14-year-old daughter. To see that wave. Bye.
Jurassic Montana, the final chapter.
It had been a long time since I felt the breath. I thought things were looking up. It was, however, not to be. Because no sooner had I thought no more breath, and it started to occur that, hey, I'm not on the windy side of Montana. So I decided to go forth. And I decided not for the pass of the Mano. It was a place where I suddenly found myself was in a breeze. So I went out to the bar, and I decided to get laid. I had a problem there because it was looking like I was not going to be able to stand up to that man's biggest moral. This is something I have not in this life discovered yet. So I went back to the car, got myself there, and that disgusted me because she looked like a person I had seen back in Belgrade. Very, very large, not at all attractive. And I decided, hey, this must be what all she's talking about. She's certainly larger than I've ever seen. Then I went out and I asked for another pair of pants to wear in the scene. because I was feeling very tired and sick of this story. Then I suddenly went down to the director and I told myself I was very cup of salt and pepper, and then I saw.
All right, now we're going to play a game we call Freeze. We are going to play a blind freeze. I do need 2 people to come and start this, and who will they be? All right, Bob and Andy, you're going to start. I need another volunteer here. This is something that's very easy, not embarrassing at all. So, I need somebody to come up and place these 2 people in a position. Treat them like they're big Gumby dolls, G.I. Joe, or whatever you want to call them. Barbie dolls, so we don't offend anybody. And put them in position, okay? Anybody? Yes, come on. This is blind freeze. Go.
Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. It's not different, man. I just don't know if it's gonna work. This is ready. Kumbaya, my lord.
Now, pressure, folks like this, now deep. I need to feel this farther. Deep from your knees. And you're creating. When you deep, you create, huh? Okay. More from Thank you. Just press this way. It's free, isn't it? Free! Oh, left hand, yellow. Oh!
We can get him. Come on. Come on, let's get him. Come on, come on. Let him get it. He's trying to side. Come on, let him go. No. You're good.
I'll give you time to do it. Oh, these were yours.
Oh, God. Maybe they left. Okay, what I want to do is we're going to make a couple of announcements. The first thing I want to address is that mailing list. If you can just take your mailing list and pass it down to the end of the road, then Doug will come by. Sometime there is. Doug will come by and pick those up. We'll do our drawing for the end of the show. Here they come. They're late, but they're coming in. All right. Now, I guess I have to tell you a couple of things. One thing I have to tell you is that after this show, I'll go and have some music. I really don't know what kind of music, but they have some music. From what I understand, it's pretty good. They do not have a cover charge. They do, however, have a $5 minimum if you sit at a table. That's the way I understand it. The other thing I'm supposed to tell you is that Creme makes coffee for all the major restaurants in Dallas, and now it's going nationwide. Those are my announcements. That's it. Let's bring back on. We're going to play a game called What Do I Know? So we are going to have a couple of people leave this time to be a set of experts, and that's going to be Bob and Clacey. On a count of 3, goodbye, Bob and Clacey. 1, 2, 3. Goodbye. Bob and Clacey left through. Now what's going to happen is Andy is going to be the interviewer, so to speak, or whatever title he chooses to take. What he's going to do is, he's going to have a little discussion, a little forum, with two guests that are an expert on some topic. However, they will have no idea what this topic is. It's Andy's job to kind of get them to guess. So it's your job to listen. And pay attention. Here we go. All right. Now, what I need from you is, I need a noun, person, place, or thing.
Aardvark.
Aardvark. Aardvark. And now, can I have a verb, an action word, running, kicking, punching?
Jumping.
What was it again? Jumping. Okay. Aardvark jumping. They are experts in aardvark jumping. Let's call them back into the room. 1, 2, 3, bye!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Experts or Us. Would you please give a big round of applause for Mr. Barazza and Miss Clacey Everett. Why don't we just hop right into it? Tell me, how did you get started?
I'll take this one.
Okay.
Well, you know, this is, to me, a life call. Something that I have, well, played around with since I was a child. And I suppose you could say I was born to it because by...
Well, you're skipping around the question.
Well, I know.
Let's just get straight to it.
It's fine, very well. I started out in track. I was a high jumper at one point.
Very nice!
My coach said, Bob,
How high could you jump?
how high? How high? The sky was the limit. The coach told me you are wasting your time. Enter Clacey.
Well, I started at a really young age, you know, and it's just, you know, just jumping around and
Jumping?
Yes, oh, I love to jump. You know, and it's just,
Well, it seems to make sense.
and I just felt like that the jumping just really helped this, you know, what, it was very essential, and it was great.
What I'm wondering is how you narrowed down to the specific thing you used. Did you go to picnic sometime or what?
Picnics it's no matter. I mean, they are, you can, well, let me tell you something, Andy. It's not. In the big city, it doesn't matter. They are everywhere. They are everywhere. Yes. Every spiller and jumping is where it is. That is for me a hobby.
Well, I can see how you started with that.
Yes. Well, as I
Makes
said,
perfect sense to me.
Shut up and listen. I told you it was a hobby. Did I say that? Didn't I say that? I said it was a hobby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's a hobby.
You get it this way.
I'm sorry.
No, seriously, I can see how the ant jumping would be a perfect place to start. But since it's not exactly what you do now, how did
You can't make me
how
money that
did you
way.
decide what was the logical formation for you to elevate this to one step beyond ant?
What was the logical step? Why, it was a... Well, naturally, it was Casey who gave me the input. Thank you who gave me the input.
Been working together long. Go ahead, Clacey.
Casey Clamping, you know, how you know. Well, you know, the hand jumping, that wasn't it. But what really made us, like, you know, elevate to it is that those picnics you were talking about, you know. Yeah, we just loved, you know, the ants was, you know, so we decided to just jump around.
And spring is the best time for us.
Yes.
Right after the rain.
Clacey, you're beating around the bush. Okay?
I am.
You are.
I am.
What country did you decide to go to begin with?
I started here. Of course, I'm on the Great Redwoods. Okay? Yes.
How did you come across your subjects in that?
Well, I didn't start it. I didn't find subjects in Redwoods. I just said I started there. I started there in Redwoods. Later, when I moved into the city. Well, yes. Well, hardly, I can tell you. Hardly jumping is just, was the next thing that I tried.
Before you moved on.
Before I moved on. I went from the ant jumping to the Harley jumping. Actually, it's ant jumping on Harleys. That was fun. That was my teen years.
Yeah, but it didn't really work.
But a couple of injuries. I'll show you one.
Oh, I heard about this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
What was that, Africa?
That's one I got in Africa. Exactly right. I took it on tour. I took it on tour, and that cost me. I lost about a year of time on that injury. Yes. Yes.
Oh, how do you handle the feeding of your subjects?
That's expensive. That's
Expensive?
Yes. Yes. Well, they eat a lot. You don't think so, but they do.
I know they do.
Yes. Well, there you are.
Could you just turn and loose in someone's backyard and say, go to town?
I tell you, no, you just couldn't do that. There are ordinances in the city. There are ordinances. And wherever
And they
we
can't
go.
eat grass.
Well, true. Very true.
Right.
Well, we are in Texas here.
We are.
Yes, grass is a very, luckily we do. In Africa, all the savannas were covered with grass. And there they were in luxury. They were getting fat on me. Is what they were doing. As well. Yes, because, gravity and mass and everything, And so,
Did you go by boat?
no, we took them on
We
the
flew
car.
first, and then we took the boat second time. Yeah.
Took them on the cardboard, gave them their own cages and everything like that.
Oh, I can see that.
Yes.
Well, so when you're
first
something
time-
like the Concord and you're feeding it, don't you worry about bites or anything?
No, they're very docile.
From what you're feeding them?
From what I'm feeding them?
Yes.
Well, no, we just pack it along enough to make the trip. It's the Concord, we can make it.
Don't they like fresh food?
Well, the
Yes.
fresh food is best. But yes, jumping.
Yes.
Hey, I got a question.
Question from the audience.
About a year ago, I went to one of your events, and I wanted to see it, and I got there, and there wasn't nowhere to park. It was hard parking.
Okay, Bob and Tracy, the experts. Gentlemen, runs. Okay, well, that's our time. We're gonna play a game we call Shakespeare. Who's gonna be starting Shakespeare? What would you like? Occupation, please. An occupation.
Chiropractor.
Dentist, first thing I heard. Chiropractor, I heard. A dental chiropractor. All right, the game is called Shakespeare. Explain yourself. Shakespeare.
moment, I'll get things set up.
Young purveyor of medicine, this is not going to help me much else.
Ha, indeed, and thou shouldst not worry about the cracking which I do upon thy back this day. Indeed, it has been a fortnight since I have been bending a person's back, and indeed, upon bending his back, his neck, his head, his skull, his jaw, and indeed his nose and teeth. In doing of such, I have learned that one man may straighten his entire body, and from him the true force of goodness shall flow, and he shall never be ill once again.
Methinks thou makest this into an art, not a science.
Indeed, 'tis art, and not science at all, for science doth indeed assuage that which I bring forth upon you today. Now,
Gadzooks, sir, thou treats me like a sack of potatoes.
worry thy not, sir. Thou couldst truly worry if indeed we were struck by a great evil from on high.
No, not a great evil.
Ah, great evil from on high. 'Tis very common in these parts, my dear.
No.
Place my shoulders together.
Behold, thou hast been laid upon Millegan. Against the thou wilt not be able to perform thy dental chiral practice. Until thou hast found the virgin. The virgin which probably will be in this room. And thou hast found the virgin and kissed her. Behold, I am gone. Must thou journey now to find a virgin?
I don't think so.
Thou art massively, big boy.
I think you should.
Yes, I have to chiropractor here. The dental chiropractor, I keep forgetting this. If I was in that, that's exactly what happens. Could this not be a trick? For indeed, the man that came from on high is evil. He may be trying to trick me.
What is it?
What is it, Doctor? Tell me in truth. What is all this noise that I hear rumbling from the off the bottom? Indeed, it's the evil from on high that this is all chiropractor this time of year. Yes.
This time.
He is vexing me, surely. He can't be saying that this person should come to me and kiss, but indeed he is an evil from on high. If he was evil, and I were to do what he said, I would be in greater trouble.
Please, to keep the evil down to a reasonable level. For my patrons, they are frightened of this good path. They are one.
Maintain. Has thou seen my virgin? Indeed, that must be this woman, yeah? She came in here.
Mind me not, I'm here for an adjustment.
Thou had better be charging full price.
Yes.
Doctor, can't you get on with the operation?
I need the cracking of thy teeth. Hey, you, sir, are you feeling well these days? No. Oh. Let me see. Now, posture is indeed bad. If you look at your teeth, smile. See? The happy wanderer. Quickly. No, I'm sorry. On your way. Thanks, now. I don't feel better.
I'm coming with you.
Thou dost hast many and strange interruptions in thine business.
Indeed, strange interruptions, and the business does go strange at times. Where were we? Yes, we're working on you.
I feel much better now, Doctor.
That is good.
The usual toppings.
Indeed, sir. No, I've moved the entire bucket. Please. Bucket, yes. For that much pain.
Oh! And you next week, then?
Indeed, next week.
Very good.
My good, sir.
That's it!
All right. This guy thinks we're going to play one game, and I'm about to make him play another game.
that game is very low-budget movie. That means that Bob Barazza will be doing the voice for every single person up on the stage. Bob will be doing the voice for everybody up on stage. They'll be moving their mouths. And I hope everybody gets into the scene. What would you like?
Yes, I would like a non-geographic quotation.
Toilet. The toilet. Pretty non-geographic. All right.
Can I have a chair, please?
Let's see. Oh, here's one, okay. Honey! Honey! Wake up! What's the matter? Honey, you forgot to change the roll on the toilet paper again? No. I told you once, I told you 100 times. Look, I'm going to do your shirts, I'm going to do the dinner, but I'm not going to clean the bathroom. That's up to you. Oh, crucify. Excuse me. Hey, what's going on in here? What's going on?
Oh, well, it's 5 o'clock. I gotta get ready because, I gotta shoot today.
You gotta shoot? This is my house. What is this? It's not a flop place. I can't do a flop place in my house. Especially not my bathroom when I'm trying to get ready.
Oh, look. I'm just gonna brush my teeth. You take care of your business, and I'll just brush my teeth. I'll just use this one right here. Hope you don't mind. Yours. What's the matter? What?
Aren't you supposed to be on the set right now?
Oh, no. I got at least another hour to go.
No, you're supposed to be on the set. So when you're itinerary, supposed to be on the set. What are you? Here's your roll. It's the last time I'm doing it. Your roll.
Oh, boy. No, this is just a couple of stupid programs from last week's play. I can't handle this.
Hey, Willard! Now you take this away. Take these. I want you to straighten them on the set.
Oh, look. It's just a toothpaste commercial I'm doing this morning. Look, and thanks to Marty over here. Thanks to Marty, I've got a great idea. Come on, let's go over to the kitchen table, and I'll map it out for you on the kitchen table. Come on with me. Oh, Jesus. She's going to call her lawyer, and we're going to be in trouble.
Listen, get out of my house. I'm going to give you just till noon to get out of my house. Marty, I'm sorry. Here's your roll. I'm going to be over here any minute. Boy, are you guys going to be here too?
Did somebody call a lawyer?
He called the lawyer. He called the lawyer already. I called down in this man's house. He's going to be liable for it.
It's not my house. It belongs. It's not my house. Wait, hold it. I have to know whose house this is. And lady, why is this toilet in the living room? Why is this toilet in the living room?
I don't know what this whole thing is. I don't live here. I'm just coming here because my brother-in-law here is going to be in a special, and we're trying to rest up because we have to make people on stage. Who will those 2 people be? Mood swings?
Okay.
All right, here's our mood swingers. Each mood swinger will have off to the side a mood swing collar. Okay? They need to switch moods or emotions or whatever whenever it's called from the person on the side. So let's just get a long running list of emotions. Hatred. Hatred. Dennis, are you ready? Folks, ready? Hatred. Hatred. I didn't hear ecstatic.
Love.
Love.
Exhaustion.
Sorrow. I heard sorrow. What was that?
Exhaustion.
Exhaustion.
Hostility.
Frustration and hostility are 2 more.
Clumsy.
Clumsy.
Giddiness.
Giddiness. Passion.
Gumption.
Gumption. Gumption. What was it again?
Nausea.
Nausea. Nausea. More? What was it?
Bravery.
Bravery. Bravery. Good one, good one, good one. More. Jealousy. Good.
Joy.
Joy.
Betrayal.
Betrayal.
Fear.
Fear.
Despair.
Despair.
Hunger.
Hunger. Little negative, aren't you? All right, keep jumping.
Notice we haven't had on me.
What was it again?
Impatient.
Impatient.
Nobility.
Nobility.
Greed.
Greed.
Religion.
Religious.
Cheery.
Cheery. More? What was it again? Dizzy.
Asthmatic.
Dizzy. Asthmatic. Asthmatic. Now see, you feel like you want to get a little strange. That's fine. Get a little strange. Go ahead. Flatulent. Flatulent. Constipated. Now you're talking. Constipated. Give us a few more strange. Autistic. Autistic. What was it? Hallucinating. Hallucinating. And how about one more? Irritated.
What?
Okay, irritated. Irritated. All right, now, suggestion to get this rolling. You'd like what?
Anything.
Anything. You're going to say what anything, though? Anything you want to throw at them, they're going to do. What is it?
Calypso.
Again, what was it?
Calypso.
They threw Calypso at you. I don't know. Here it is. Mood swings. guests. These guests are going to be you three. Come on up here real quick. All three, come on up. All right. Now, Dennis is going to have each guest come over one at a time. Only each guest is going to have something strange about it. Some kind of attribute, some kind of characteristic, and we're going to leave that up to you. It's Dennis' job to guess exactly what is wrong with each person, okay? It's their job to find a reason to leave once their thing is guessed, all right? So, let's start with Clacey. Let's have something unusual with Clacey. For instance, it could be anything. She could think it's a particular object, a particular person, maybe something happens every time the phone rings. It's up to you. We're going to leave it entirely up to you, so your imagination controls this one.
Schizophrenic.
She's schizophrenic. Okay, that's it. Now let's give it a trigger. How about she goes schizo or goes into her other personalities every time some certain thing happens?
Somebody calls her name.
Okay, every time her name is mentioned, she goes schizo. Okay, all right, Randy.
Arch every time he is offered a beer.
I didn't hear drool. I heard drool here, but then what was your part about the beer?
Every time he's offered a beer.
Every time he's offered a beer, he drools. I don't know. Everything needn't have a trigger. In fact, this time would be better if this person did not have a trigger. So let's just give him something solid. Maybe share. He share. Little do they know that's true. All right, real quick, where you're at, just so you're out. I know you're dressing. Recap for me.
I drool when someone offers me a beer. I'm Sonny Bono's ex-wife.
I'm schizo every time somebody calls.
All right, on the count of 2, let's call Dennis back into the room. 1, 2, 3.
difference. Almond Brothers, I'd love to hear some Almond Brothers. Almond Brothers. Oh, yeah, so Almond Brothers. Yeah, let me go put it on the stereo. Oh, yeah. To get you a drink. Something to drink.
That'd be great.
Liquid.
Richard, did you want to get me a drink?
Oh, just something fresh, that'll keep me in shape.
Beer.
Thanks, man.
And oh, you know what? This was like my last one. I kind of want to drink it. Do you think you could share with him?
Yeah, I think I need another rib taken out.
I'll be right back.
Lacey, what have you been up to?
I just love to skip so much.
Where's my hamper?
Oh, I'm coming right up here. Oh, boy, I forgot the fuzz. You want anything else to drink?
You don't have any more.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. Hey, do you want to salivate when people talk about drinking? When you salivate when people talk about beer?
I gotta be taking off. Game starts at 3 o'clock, and obviously, since we're in the backyard, we don't have a TV.
Oh, well, yeah.
Clacey.
Clacey.
No. Thanks for having me over, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, nice to go over, Randy. Now, here's your burger. Clacey. Movie stars when someone says your name?
No.
Probably not. But you are rather schizophrenic.
Okay, before we go into our game of Make Me Laugh, we're going to take care of our drawing here. Get this taken care of. Doug, did you have the thing there? And my official drawer is not here. She's gone. My little big 10-year-old girl, she's gone. She was really excited about that, but her parents made her go home. So, okay, we have another volunteer come up that's going to draw for our prize, which again is going to be 2 grilled chicken sandwiches from the Blue Bonnet Cafe. So, somebody come on up, maybe they'd like to draw. Hey, great, what's your name? Hey, come on up. All right, we're going to draw, and let you read it. And we'll see your winner. The winner is Melanie Bounds. That's what it does. All right, now, we're going to go to our game of Make Me Laugh. Now, what's going to happen is, I'm going to need a volunteer, and please volunteer. I'm out of chicken sandwiches, I can tell you that. But, I'll tell you what, if you come up and volunteer for Make Me Laugh, which means the players will have 2 minutes to make you laugh, they cannot touch you, and you must look at them. If you can do that in the last 2 minutes, you will win a very, very special prize, and John, know what that is.
Just for lasting 2 minutes and Make Me Laugh, you get a fabulous Chico stick. Yes, the pride of Lufkin, Texas. You know, if I had a choice, biting into a Chico stick or biting Shawn. Well, that's a hard decision. I guess I'd bite into a Chico stick.
All right. You have to look at them. I will tell you this. We think this is a laugh. If you shake uncontrollably with your shoulders like that and your mouth stays closed, that's a laugh, okay? If you see smile real big and you still shake with your that's a laugh. If you just laugh, that's a laugh, okay? Got it. Go. Michelle, my belle. Come on, another word. You can.
Hold on, I've almost got your shirt done. Just a couple more.
Are you a lesbian?
But the problem is she might be. That was the... I couldn't tell.
She's got 2 minutes, 2 more minutes, and she gets a chickle stick even if she loses. Go.
He's back and he's mad as hell. He's gone. Lucky you don't need one.
One more minute.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'll give her beer anyway.
Cream cheese.
That's 3 times.
It stained my teeth. 20 seconds.
Go ahead. Ask me if I'm a boat.
10 seconds.
Oh no.
It went out.
Okay, that's
Okay, no teeth this next time. No teeth.
Okay, are you ready now? Come on up. This is Alicia. Alicia, you have 2 minutes. Now, we'll say something that I really didn't mention to her. It was kind of easy on her because she got accused of having a sexual preference that maybe somebody else didn't like. But what we're going to do is, if you smile that much, it adds up to a laugh. Okay? Okay, right? She's not here. Oh my God. 2 minutes, go!
Did you see where Andy went? That guy who was in story time earlier? Do you know which way he went?
Come on, Rick. Don't worry, can't catch them, they stick.
Are you?
Okay, Paul.
man.
And I, his assistant, gloating man.
Well, I know it's beautiful, but you shouldn't be so sad to lose that because, you know, these parts are hard to come by, you know.
Picture us, you and me, at Chanel.
Don't stand there, let's get to it. Stop goals or nothing to it. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, your players for the evening are Barazza, Echeandia, Clacey Everett, Andy Long, Millegan, and your MC, Shawn Patrello. I'm John Gardner. Together we are Rubber Chicken. Good night, everyone.